go. This is a serious question. I'm gonna do this from Jess. Don't stop believing.
I've never sang karaoke in my life, and if I was, I don't
No, you
remember
got
it,
it.
so it must have been a real good
I
time.
don't even know the song. I just got this picture of a.
Oh, shoot.
We go to karaoke at the clubs on base, and my friend and Wyatt they used to have pictures of us singing "Don't Stop Believing" during. And like now, every time karaoke comes on, that has to be played. That's like the number one go-to now.
All right, toes in the water, ass in the sand. That was good for me.
Because he's very unlucky. No, I'm just playing.
Well,
I
dude,
don't know.
ever since I got that name, shit. Actually, that was from some really good friends of mine that I'd been riding with, and I just used to always get bikes that people would do. Where do you get these things? I was known for finding clean DXs, T-Sports, FXRs, RTs, RPs, whatever. Usually if somebody wants them, I had it or I could find it, or I'd already have something sold before it was even back in my garage. There was other people that tried to do the same thing and it didn't work out so well, so they just kind of dubbed me Lucky. And then right after they gave me that nickname, they asked if it was okay, because, you know, granted, I didn't want to be the three-legged one-eyed dog walking around one day. I was like, yeah, man, if I ever started a company, I could call it Lucky Dave's. It was literally as simple as that. It just rolled off my tongue, and I had no idea what it was going to turn into, but now I get to hang out with cool guys like that who wears highlighters on his flannel. You gonna do another Dixon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's special. One more question for you. You ready for this? Not the best selling part you have, but what's the one part that you've made that you have that holds the most meaning to you?
That's a good one. Right now, I think it's the heavy hitters, because it's a new part that nobody's done. There's not a single Harley that I know of that runs 4.5 inch on center. Basically, our heavy hitters, instead of being on a 3.5 inch on center, we move them back and out a little bit so that the locking mechanism on a road glide can be fully used. This 1.5 tubing, the 4.5 inch on center, it just looks right on the road glides, on the road
Kinda
glides,
gives it back.
Kings. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, it goes along with it, and I like to bring something new. You know, no matter what I do, sometimes there's things that you can't get around having similarities, but no matter what we do, I want to bring something new to the market. And from that aspect, I think our heavy hitters are probably the most off-the-wall contribution that we've brought to the market.
I'd say me and my beard.
I'm gonna agree with him, because this is the laziest haircut I've ever had. Like I don't do anything to it other than I gotta brush it once in the morning. Yeah.
I can't, like, I don't know, I just can't get my hands off it. You gotta rub it down, you gotta twirl the whiskers out.
Well, and great.
And actually, it's now, since I shaved it off, I think I spent less time. When I first grew it out, it was really long, I think I always played with it. Like, I always was doing something with it.
And greatness requires work, maintenance. I mean, that's well shaped. Like, you
Greatness.
didn't cut that. You did not cut that. Somebody.
No, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know how to cut your beard, or hair.
For me, if I could have one, it'd be, yeah, I'm gonna take the easy one, the FXR. I mean, his was way more creative, but I went through a huge process where I started with a bike that looked cool and didn't really perform that well, and I just wanted stuff to look a certain way, to realizing the benefit of performance. And so for me now, I look at the FXR. If they would make a new FXR with a Milwaukee 8 in it, you know, and maybe some like quick detach different style bags and fairings for it, bring back the RT fairing, maybe do like a DXT fairing option for it. I mean, you can do so many different build outs. You could have a bike that you could, my FXRT with a 111 in it and a 6-speed, that thing just wanted to go to New York. Like, it was like you were riding a road glide, but it was nimble like a sporty. I love my road glide, but yeah, I think that's the best of.
Yeah. I'm gonna go off. There's two really, but I'm gonna go off my nostalgia. What I think probably the best looking Harley. I had to have one. I went by pure looks, and what I thought to be nostalgia was probably a harley-davidson Sawtail Springer. Like, not the favorite bike I like to ride, or the favorite bike I think would be my all-time, but that's like, still this day, that's like my favorite. Like, the nostalgia look of it is a Sawtail Springer.
I had an 06 Heritage, all blacked out, black Springer front end. That was actually a really cool bike.
Didn't ride road like crap, so if I had to pick the best riding bike or the best overall.
Actually rode pretty well considering, as for Springers, the Harley ones are the only ones that ride. I mean, every other one that I've ridden was like a pogo stick, you know, the death machine on the freeway.
If there's no more Harleys left in the world, that would have to be like the old pan Springers just riding down the road, the nostalgia, the seat, the shifter. Like to me, that's the
Like
beauty.
that's
That's the beauty of like,
1,000 years from now, if somebody was like, hey, this is what a Harley was. Like,
yeah, that's what it
should
is. Fred, best kid movies. I'm a big old like Disney fan, like Swiss Family Robertson.
Oh,
Like,
heck
yeah.
yeah.
Like to me, that would be my like.
That's an old one, dude. That's a good one,
like
yeah.
that. I love them, like the movies like that.
My kids are
Yeah.
still little. My 1.5-year-old's running around here somewhere, but my 8-year-old daughter has had me watch all kinds of stuff. You walking around humming all these songs, and like, you know, the phone rings and you pick up a banana and say hello, because that's what you do when you have a kid. I think my favorite movies are the new live action ones they're doing. Like, have you seen the new like Lion King and whatnot?
Yeah.
Those are badass. But all time, like traditional Disney, what I like, probably it's not even a real popular one. I like Meet the Robinsons.
Yeah, that's good.
That's such an underplayed movie. It's so good.
I also was a big Looney Tune fan. Like, just,
Looney
like there's
Tunes?
2 Looney Tunes, the ones that didn't have any voices, they just like walk around and beat up each other or something. Like just watch them all day long.
Like light a piece of TNT
Yeah.
into his mouth like a cigarette.
Like Blue Whitbecker chasing, you know. I like the dumb stuff. Yeah, you be, yeah, get it going. Yeah. I got a question
What's that?
for him. Use the zone. Ready to go? It's a serious question.
Oh,
All right. You ready for this one?
yeah. Let me manicure my beard.
Manicure your beard?
Yeah, I'm good.
If you had one thing you wanted customers to, a thing to represent your brand, or someone to think about the Lucky Days brand from a customer standpoint, from outside looking in, what would be that one thing you want people to see or you represent from your brand, or maybe your favorite part, or like how do you want to be, it's the word remembered, how do you want Lucky Days to be seen
That's a big
from me before working here, for anyone else, I'm a customer, how do you want it to be seen in the world?
First off, I'm honored every time I meet somebody who even knows who I am. Like that just that still blows my mind that people around the world know my company and the parts that I made. But I think the biggest thing is I always want people to feel like they got what they paid for. I want them to feel like they got more than they paid for. I want our brand to be known as somebody, or a brand that was fair, that treated people fairly and didn't make money or didn't make parts just to make money or sell something to somebody because they would look cool. We design and make parts so that when somebody has that on their bike, they don't want anything else. And then that's the best advertisement for us. So, I mean, really, that's just kind of my mantra. I make things that I would want on my bike that I'm excited about. I share them with others, and we really don't advertise because of that. I would hope that when people look back on this, if Lucky Days ever cease to exist, or if I'm gone and it's still around me, if my son's running, whatever, that's a big question. But I would just hope that there's an overall sentiment that guy took care of people. I'm fired up.
Drive safe, have fun, get out and enjoy 2021 and ride motorcycles or whatever it is that makes you get out of your house and not sit in front of a TV and become a couch potato. Yeah. Be safe and have fun.
I think this year's all about doing,
Yeah.
Not talking, but doing for everybody. Because 2020 seemed like everybody wanted to get there, and now you got to figure out a way to make things happen. Whether it's going to change, whether it's not, adapt, overcome. But I think it's really important that we're all keeping a positive mentality, a positive vibe. Like you said, tap into whatever it is that gets you going and send it.
Follow our YouTube and all our stuff. You're gonna see some pretty cool adventure stuff this year that we're coming out with that kind of hopefully strikes interest and moves people along. So,
Absolutely.
have a good time with it.
Like, subscribe, wherever it is. That's my first time actually doing that. We're gonna put something here, like a little star.